Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about how to be smart about your cube rotations and basically how you can just substitute one or two moves in order to just avoid a cube rotation. And these examples I'm showing aren't really complex and they're not necessarily that practical, but they're just to get a point across, and hopefully this will just get your brain started so that you can apply these concepts to your actual solves. The importance of this is not only is just doing a few moves faster than a cube rotation, but in my opinion, doing cube rotations can really screw up your look ahead, because you kind of, memorizing, thinking about where all the pieces are in one orientation, and all of a sudden that orientation has changed, and it's just kind of an extra mental step you have to take. And just by doing a couple extra moves, you eliminate the extra mental step and a cube rotation. So that's just something to think about. So this is my first case, which is in the cross stage, which is where you can eliminate a lot of cube rotations if you just think about it for a couple more seconds during inspection. So I have the red and green piece solved, and I am trying to solve the orange and blue. So your first instinct might be just to match up the orange piece, solve the blue piece, then rotate, and then solve the orange piece. But there are two ways to do that faster, and they both involve not doing a cube rotation. So the first thing you can do is just solve the blue, then move the bottom layer, insert the orange one, then move the bottom layer back. And the second thing is you're just kind of doing it flip-flopped. Move the bottom layer, insert the orange, move it back, and then insert the blue. But they're both only one move more than the first case I showed you, and they do not involve a cube rotation. Here's another example, and this is using this is an example of when you are solving the cross off center, and sometimes you can kind of get your mind stuck thinking that you have to solve all the pieces off center, but you can actually avoid a lot of cube rotations by either solving some pieces off center, then solving some pieces either in another position off center or where they're actually supposed to be. So in this case, I could solve all these pieces on center. As you can see, the blue is lined up, and then the orange and green are ready to just be put in place like that. But instead, what I can do is I can solve the orange and green, then just move the bottom layer and the top layer. And then by doing that, I don't have to rotate over here to solve the blue that used to be over here. I can just solve the blue where it belongs and then not have to do a cube rotation to get over there. So that's another just kind of simple example. And then in F12 there's a ton of different things you can do. That kinda is just something you have to work on yourself, and I've talked about that in other videos, so I'm not really covering it here. And a really easy way to avoid cube rotations is in the last layer, but this is only if you don't do this already, but I'm just pointing it out. So if you get to OLL, and then you do a cube rotation, that's kind of pointless because you can just move the top layer in order to orient the top face how you need it to be. So there's one place in the last layer, and then of course you can do this again in PLL. So let's just say that I'm not holding this in the correct orientation. So if I was holding it like this, instead of rotating over here, I can just rotate the top and then solve it. And all you have to do is just throw in an extra move at the end. And it's really only one extra move because the setup move, you pretty much have to do that anyways all the time. So it's really only one move extra to save cube rotation. So yeah, if I could only remember that. PLL. So anyways, Thank you for watching, and also please put any video ideas you have in the comments, or just email them to me, or any questions as well, because I am honestly running out of video ideas very quickly. So anyways, thank you for watching.